This is a presentation on VTE prophylaxis in cardiology patients. Because the cardiology patient, they were already receiving a lots of other medications, including antiplatelets, and they usually get the treatment in the form of thrombolysis and tyrofeban infusion after ST elevation MIs. So we did the audit to look for a proper VTE prophylaxis prescription in cardiology in patients. Next slide, please. So this was the spot check audit which we did last year in 2023. And in this audit, we have found that 33% of the patients were not prescribed VT prophylaxis, or among which 22 to 38% patients have received a wrong enoxaparin dose while they were prescribed VT prophylaxis. Next slide. So we did this audit in a large tertiary care hospital for all the patients who were admitted in cardiology wards. We took almost 510 patients which were admitted in cardiology wards between January 2025 to February 2025. Next. So yeah, this was the main slide. So we took 510 patients, and among those 397 patients, they have not received VT prophylaxis at the time of admission, while only 113 patients received VT prophylaxis at the time of admission. Next. Among those 397 who have not received prophylaxis at the time of admission, 143 patients, they have been prescribed VT prophylaxis later on the admission, among which 87 patients received prophylaxis on second day, and then 22 patients received prophylaxis on third day, and so on. While 254 patients were those who have never received VT prophylaxis during admission, so which is almost 1/3 of the patients. Next. So among those who have not received prophylaxis at the time of admission, 63% patients have a valid reason that they have not received the prophylaxis. And among the reasons, the most common reason was the patients were already on therapeutic anticoagulation. And second commonest reason was the patients were having active bleed, that's why they have not received the enoxaparin. While still 37% of the patients, they have no valid reasons and they have never received VT prophylaxis during admission in cardiology wards. Next. So this slide is about the dosing. Those patients who have received the VT prophylaxis. So among those 254 patients, 232 patients, they have received a correct dose of enoxaparin, while only 14 patients, they have not received the correct dose according to body weight and creatinine clearance. Next, please. We did a short follow-up for those patients, and luckily none of the patients, they have like developed any VTE complications, including pulmonary embolism, deep venous thrombosis, or any like valvular thrombosis. So, but this follow-up was a really short, like 4 weeks follow-up. So we cannot implement this on a long run. Next, please. So this slide is the summary. Basically, it shows that the patient who have received VT prophylaxis or had a valid reason were 266, while 95 patients, they have not received VT prophylaxis and there were no valid reason for them. And 143 patients, they have been prescribed VT prophylaxis, but later on their admission. And 6 patients were those who have received a wrong dose of enoxaparin. Next. So the main our interpretation and the main points from this audit were that only 1 in 2 cardiology patients were receiving VT prophylaxis, so which is far below the national targets. So once they have been prescribed VT prophylaxis, the dosing was accurate in almost 95% of the patients. But this delay matters a lot because the patients were already having a prothrombotic state, like the patients admitted with NSTEMI and the patient with heart failures. So our main aim was to emphasize on this thing that whichever patient were admitting to the cardiology ward, they should receive VTE prophylaxis if until like if there is no contraindication or if the patient were already taking any therapeutic anticoagulation. Next, please. So this is the summary of the findings that not enough patients being prescribed VT prophylaxis at the time of admission. This reluctance was observed among all the group of the patient in cardiology wards like ST elevation MIs, NSTEMI, and heart failures. So this non-compliance is mainly observed when the patients were being admitted from A&E, but still the most of the patient they miss their enoxaparin in wards as well, especially during the ward round. These things were overlooked. So our main aim was to emphasize to prescribe the VT prophylaxis from main door, and then to, if someone misses from the A&E, then the ward team have to look after this thing. Next, please. So the steps which we have taken for it, we have like wrote a guidance document, and we have like given some teaching sessions to our medical teams who are working in A&Es, and then we did a short teaching sessions of the doctors who are working in cardiology wards. And especially we have presented this data in our governance meeting and grant round, where like the all of the doctors who are working in these places, they have contributed, and we are hoping to do a re-audit and in like 3 months period, and hopefully we'll present our data again in this meeting. Thank you. Any questions?